Are you looking for a unique stay on your next trip to the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area? Then the AmishView Inn Suites could be exactly what you're looking for. Join me as I give you a walkthrough and opinion of the Grand King on the third floor in the adults only section of this hotel, which offers you a unique experience slightly removed from the rest of the guests staying at this hotel with children. AmishView Inn Suites in Birmingham, Pennsylvania, room 358. As you can see right here, we're actually on the third floor in the adult section only at the end of the hall, which is really nice. Starting from the door, you do have a light switch, takes care of your hallway lights. But if we come to the left of the door when you're facing it, this is really the reason you're getting a room like this, and that is the bathroom. Here you have the oversized claw bathtub right here and a nice mirror. And I will say over here, there is a motion sensing light that will turn the basic lights on and off. So if you want just like mood lighting, you can have that. But if you need actual lighting, you can come in there, flick it on. It'll turn everything on in here. And right here, if you're hanging out in your tub, you've got a little TV set so you can relax but still watch something on TV. There's a mirror here. Hello. Some nice artwork. Have a bathtub while you lounge in your bathtub. There are your towels. There are some extra towels and no slip things right there. If we come over to our very generously sized double sink, we'll close that a little bit. Down here, there is a garbage can. These are just for ambiance. They don't actually open up. However, the one in the middle does. So right there is your TV remote for the bathroom. And if we come down, there is your extra TP as well as a hair dryer. Coming back up to our double sinks. I've gotten really spoiled with the double sinks, but there we go. You've got your makeup remover, extra towel. You've got your shaving / beauty mirror right here. So take that out. You got your two different styles of magnification. You could see my camera setup there. Coming down, here is our hardware. I will say I'm really picky about this type of thing, and it comes out far enough that you're not going to wrap your knuckles on that when you're washing your hand. Coming across here, we've got your tissues, and here is your bathroom product. Can't say that I'm familiar with that brand, but it's not stuck to the wall, which I greatly appreciate. You've got your very large size mirror right there, as well as some recessed lighting up there. And you can see in the mirror, the fancy overhead light right there. Over here, behind this door, you did see me close that. This is actually I'm going to call it a water closet. It houses your toilet. And only your toilet. It's an elongated bowl, not a soft close. And if you notice, really quick, over there or over there, there are no light switches. We do have some fancy art in there. The light switches for the bathroom are controlled over here. So as you saw, turns on and off, and that turns on and off the light to the shower. And if we come over to the shower itself, shower does open this way, nice thick glass, always like to see that. And if we come in here, it is a very large shower. You have a little bench to sit on or put your foot on if you need to. You've got your towel hooks over here, so you can actually keep your towels in here while you're showering, which is probably why it's so big. You don't have to worry about that. And if we come in and over, here's a look at our hardware. And there is our shower head right there. Does look like it can do some different things. I'll give that a try. We'll be here for a couple of nights, so we'll see how that handles, as well as the water pressure and temperature. I always like this. This is real tiling, and they do have a safety grip right there if you need that. And we're going to back out and show you right there. That is where the exhaust fan is located, as well as there is a heat lamp right there. And that is that. There is an extra towel and some soap right in there. We're going to back out here, come across to our bathroom door, which is actually pretty fancy. I kind of like that. It does have my pet peeve of a little bit of wallpaper in the bathroom, but it's not terrible. The bathroom door itself, while not super thick, is not too bad. If we come out of the bathroom, which is tiled thusly, we do come into our actual carpeted area and the main living area. So this is the hallway down to the living area. That was just the bathroom. That was ridiculous. So there is some artwork on either side of the hall as you work your way down. And then right here is our thermostat. I will have to double check that, make sure it's not a motion sensing thermostat, but based on its location, I'm going to say it's not. Coming into the main living area of this, here we can see our very large king bed. This is a king bed. Oh, it wasn't even a suite. It was just a king bed. If I come over this way, here is your elongated mirror, so you can check yourself out in the morning. Over here, there's a little place that you put your stuff on like I did, or you can put your shoes on in the morning. I kind of used it as catch-all. We're going to come back over this way to the bed, give you an idea of what this looks like. You can see you got your double nightstand right there. You've got a padded headboard. And if we come over to the right here, this closet right here is not actually a closet. If we come in and open things up, you got yourself a little sink kitchenette area with a mini fridge and a microwave, which is one of the reasons we picked this place over some others, because it had a mini fridge and a microwave. You also have a kitchen sink. Here you have some coffee, tea accoutrement, and a little coffee pot, ice bucket, and down there you have 2 more trash cans, which is very nice. And if we close that up, there's a little light switch, kill things off in there. We'll come over to the other side. This is where your actual closet space is, so a little dark, kind of hard to see, but I do have my, try and get some light in there. I do have my coat in there. You've got some extra pillows, hanger. Over here, there is a iron and ironing board, and it's a decent size, and I apologize for the bad lighting. It did take us a little longer to get here than I thought it would. You know, it's that time of year. There's snow, there's rain, you can't tell. All right, so on the one side, we do have our nightstand. You've got 2 electrical outlets on the top here, and here are your drawers. And our fancy Art Deco lighting, which you do have a switch right there for. And again, we'll give you a close-up of the plush headboard. Very nice. Coming back, there's lots of pillows. We will let you know what it was like to sleep on this, if it was too hard, too soft, after we stay here. Kind of show you down there what we're looking at. Over here, the other side, we have similar on the nightstand, except as a welcome. Here we have the person who attended our room, some little chocolates. Here is a clock radio with USB-A and snooze and call and all those lovely functions. Same drawers as before. Over here, we've got a little footstool and a couch. Now, I'd imagine because this is an adults only section, there's probably not going to be a pull-out couch. Yes, I was right. That is not a pull-out couch. However, you know, faux leather backing. It's nice. It seems comfortable enough. You've got yourself another large mirror right there and another desk area with a Art Deco lamp. Very nice. One thing with the lamps is you do have to come in and click them yourselves, but this is really the reason you're getting this. And for when we're here, it is the end of February and there was snow, but now it's all rain. And here you go. We are on the 3rd floor. That is a view of the Amish farmland. Slightly bogged down because, well, it's that time of year and it is wet out, but you can see it is an impressive view nonetheless. And while the windows themselves do not have any screens, my wife pointed this out because I just went and opened it right up. Not really supposed to open them up. The windows, because we're here right now and it is a little breezy, you can hear the framing squeaking a little bit, but it's okay. There are 2 sets of blinds. You've got these blackout ones as well as these sheer ones if you're just trying to cover up. There's a nice large ballast up there too, which means even though I want this view sometimes, when I want it to be completely dark, it will still be completely dark, which I greatly appreciate. And there's even a little lip there if you want to kind of lean as you're watching the Amish farmland. Over to the left of that, we have a nice looking comfortable chair, faux leather again, but comfortable enough. We have more lighting over here. They really like this old school Art Deco. Kind of reminds me of my grandparents' place with the glass doorknobs. Over here, we have another garbage can and then wallpaper. I forgot to point this out. It's got some texture to it. It's interesting. More artwork here. This is a little desk area. And I do mean little, but I'll be enough to get my computer on for later. You've got your phone, little questionnaire and scratch pad, another lamp right there next to the TV, and then a large place to actually put your clothing because I figure you're going to be here a while. And right there is a very large size TV. It is aptly placed for both the couch, which you can see over there, and the bed that you can see over here. On the stand here for the TV, I did forget to mention there is a DVD player. So if you have DVDs and bring them with you, you can play them. That's kind of unique. Don't see that often. And then I'll just show you quickly what the insides of this look like. There you go. Idea of the drawers. It's actually really clean, all things considered, because, well, if people are going to be using it, normally you see a little dirt. I've been traveling for work a lot more lately and actually very happy with the cleanliness of this particular hotel already. Just from the lobby up to the room has been great. I forgot to mention, here's your chair for your desk. Look at that. It's classy. It's comfortable. It's got roller wheels. It's great. And then there's even a little place for you to store some stuff, which again, really great. The fact that there's carpet everywhere kind of makes it feel more homely, but I am okay with that because, well, overall cleanliness from what I've seen has been really good. So I'm not worried about the carpet hiding something. You know, other places you go, you're worried about, you know, I want to see hardwood substance or tile because that's better for me to see how clean it is. But overall, you know, first impressions, not bad at all. We will be staying here for a couple of nights, a little quick getaway. After we stay a couple nights, I will let you know how things were and follow up. It is a few days later. Overall impressions of the room. TV, nicely located, swivels back and forth, very good. Comes out from the wall a little bit, actually helps with that. Lots of space up here, which I greatly appreciate. The desk actually came in handy, did actually use that a little bit. Wallpaper is a little odd, but you know, you get used to it. Art everywhere, very nice. You've got your fancy lighting. Most of them I wish were on a light switch instead of individually, but I get why they did that. If we come over here, I mentioned that there is a chair. It's a recliner. Very nice. Awesome reclining chair. We swing over here. Ottoman. Couch was comfortable. More lighting over there. Bed. Bed is a little firmer than we would like, and the pillows are a little softer than we would like. Again, that is a personal touch. Large mirror there. Nice. Coming across here, just because, you know, this is why you're staying here in this particular wing, because of this, you know, giant view. And even though we're here during the off season for harvesting of anything, you actually do see people out there. Over there's a little schoolhouse, so you see children during the day, and generally over that way, you'll see buggies. You'll see buggies over here. I have mixed feelings about this because it almost makes me feel like it's kind of a fishbowl effect, and I don't know how on board the residents are with being watched. One thing I will say with these giant windows, we had like really, really high winds, and you could hear the vinyl creaking. And in some cases, this one in particular, the weather stripping is a little lax, and I can feel a breeze coming through there. Now, that could be easily replaced. The vinyl creaking, don't know so much about, but just know if you have high winds, you may hear the windows moving a little bit. And that was a little troubling to sleep through, shall we say. It made a lot more noise than I thought it would. Over there, small closet, nice, you know, throw your stuff away. The mini fridge and microwave, always a welcome bit in any hotel, as well as a sink and the plethora of garbage cans. Even though we didn't use all of the garbage cans, it is nice that they were there. And as we make our way to the hallway, you can see my luggage rack, which will mysteriously disappear. As we proceed down the hallway, thermostat, mixed feelings about its placement. It is lit, as you can see right there, and you will see that at night if you're very sensitive to light. Over here, yes, there is a little door light bleed, but you don't have to worry because it's so far away from the bed, because the bed is around the corner here, so you're not really going to see that. Now, we're going to come down into the actual bathroom location, because this is like the really selling point of this. It's the giant soaker tub. That was very nice. The fact that it has the mirror there, you know, it helps to bounce things around. In fact, the TV, you can kind of watch from the mirrors over there if you have it on, which is kind of nice. Or you could watch it while you're soaking in the tub. Double sinks were nice. I was right about these. I did not hit my knuckles, which I really, really liked. I do wish this was a little larger, but that's just me nitpicking at stuff. If we come over to the shower, yes, I don't have the lights on right now. We'll turn those on. Nice and large. Handle worked okay. Shower head was good. Water pressure good. Water temperature good. That is not actually an exhaust fan. There's no triggering of an exhaust fan. The most you can do is turn on that extra light up there, so it's a little heat lamp. The oddity with having the light for the loo out here was not lost on me. But overall, it was a nice situation in there. And turn that off. We'll come over to the motion sensing light because I do want to make mention of that because that will blind you in the middle of the night if you happen to come into the bathroom. There is a way to turn it down if you press this over here, and it will lower it, and you can turn it off and then turn it back on, and it goes to that preset that you did, but it doesn't hold that overnight, which I wish it did because that would save me from being blind. If we come back to the main living thoroughfare over here, I did want to make mention because we did stay here 2 nights. If you leave your privacy thing up, they give you this little thing letting you know, hey, we wanted to clean your room, but you were telling us not to, and we're respecting that privacy, which is really good. So minus the luggage rack there. If you're looking for a unique experience in Bird in the Hand, Lancaster area, the AmishView Inn Suites could be worth checking out because realistically, you're far enough away from Lincoln Highway that you're not going to get a lot of the road noise, and you're close enough to a lot of the Bird in the Hand stuff where there's the farmer's market, there's the kitschy stores, things of that nature, all within like a short distance to this, as well as the fact that there's places to eat that you can literally walk to. In fact, we're here at the end of February and it is literally freezing out and breezy, and we could just walk and get food and come right back to the hotel and not worry about it. And then, of course, you know, the views. You are paying for the views. Even if you don't see anybody out there harvesting, it is a unique experience getting to see the farms and farmland and or birds of prey that, you know, I spent most of my mornings watching. So again, if you are looking for a unique experience, AmishView Inn Suites is well worth checking out. Again, it is a little pricier than some of the other options in the area. However, if you're looking for a unique experience, maybe kind of a romantic getaway anniversary type thing, or if you're like me and, you know, have a travel points credit card, I'll put a link to that in the description area below if you're interested. You can use that and then you can travel for free. Kind of. So I have been Wanderer 001.